Hi students, and welcome to today's live IELTS class. My name is Adrian and I am streaming to you from beautiful Budapest here in the heart of Europe. Welcome everyone. Hi Parunjay, hi Shanghun. Good to see members in the class. This is a members chat class. Of course, everybody is welcome to watch. We are covering a reading section for the academic version of the exam. However, as I mentioned a few classes ago, Section 3 of the general IELTS reading module is very similar to the academics. So, satisfying times. Chabi, good to see you becoming a member. That's fantastic. You've been a part of the classes so long and now finally a member. Happy to have you on board. Make sure you send me an email with your membership level and I can hook you up with those perks. That's really cool. Hi, Zainab. All right. Parunjay, good luck on your test. Don't be so nervous. A little bit of nervousness is okay, but don't be too nervous. That's my last minute tip, Parunjay. We're all with you in spirit, cheering for you. You don't need to be nervous. You've done everything you can. Just be confident, believe in yourself, okay? That's my tip. All right, while we wait for a few more members to join in, again, lessons come from aehelp.com for academic IELTS help. And for the general version, check us out at gieltshelp.com. On both of those websites, we have more than 100 hours of video lessons for you, as well as a fully interactive course, 6 original practice tests, and lots more help. This is aehelp.com here. Click that red button to join our premium package. And for the general version, click this red button here to get the premium package there. Now, if you have questions, comments, concerns, let me know. Contact me at adrian@aehelp.com. That's my email address. And if you want the hardcover or the paper-based version of our exams, you can order our books from Amazon also. Search for AELTS Academic IELTS or GE Helps General IELTS. Hi, Igul. Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Great to see many of our members in the class now. All right, members, so let's get into some reading for today. We are looking at exam 2, passage number 1. And the title here is Lotteries, Positive Good or Unnecessary Wrong. What should I do with this? So I'm in the reading section of my exam. I just finished 50 minutes of listening. I'm feeling good. I'm now ready to start my reading. I open up to this page. I read the title, Lotteries, Positive Good or Unnecessary Wrong. What do I do? What should I do first of all? Step number 1. And Parunjay, my very important advice to you as you do your exam over the next couple days is really stick to strategies. So don't panic. Don't give up on strategies and start skimming and scanning all of a sudden. Don't jump around. Really just stay focused. Just go back and always remember to focus on strategies, okay? That's my most important advice to you, okay? So focus on your fundamentals. All right, so I read the title. And look at the questions. Read ones that have information contained in the text. Okay, that's my first step. So let's do that together. So we read the title, Lotteries, Positive Good or Unnecessary Wrong. This is a question mark. Question marks in titles are important. I'll talk about that in just a moment. Let me wake my camera back up. It seems to have an interesting ghost in the machine. Every few classes, without fail, it likes to fall asleep. It's interesting. Don't know why. It will remain a great mystery of technology. But nonetheless, here we are. Let's look at the questions. Or perhaps it's the spirit of my daughter who wants to make her cute baby face appearance known to the world every now and again. All right. Enough mumbling to myself. Back to point. So let's take a look at the questions. See if we should read them or not read them. Here is the first set. Questions 1 to 5. Which paragraph contains the following information? So these questions, you have to match the information to the correct paragraph. And always pay attention to this. Note, by the way, you may use any letter more than once. All of this information is somewhere in the passage. And these are really good to review before you read the passage because they're clearly in the passage. They give you some ideas. So let's read them together. The problem of gambling addiction. Those less fortunate are more likely to play the lottery. The legality of lotteries. The financial incentive for governments to run lotteries. Community initiatives are funded by lottery proceeds. Okay, so good. Questions 6 to 9, the second set. 4 questions, true, false, not given. We do not read these questions because they are potentially incorrect or not even in the passage. They can be confusing, so we just jump those. And the third set, questions 10 to 13, is a summary. It's a new title here. Lotteries as reverse insurance. This is definitely in the passage somewhere, so let's read it. And again, members, this is a reading class, so read with me, okay? I know it's interesting to watch people present, but this is interactive as much as technology today allows. Perhaps one day we will all be sitting together in a virtual classroom where we can physically see and hear each other as well, or virtually see and hear each other. But for now, I will need to use my imagination and truly believe that you are reading with me as I read. So here we go. The reason why people play the lottery can be viewed in terms of what is called reverse insurance. People buy insurance in order to prevent an incident or an accident from making them bankrupt. They pay small amounts each month so they don't have to pay the whole price of the done. Like the lottery corporations, insurance companies turn in the long run. With insurance, we pay small amounts to avoid paying a massive amount. With the lottery, we pay small amounts so we might win the... From this perspective, the lotteries makes a lot of sense. Okay, great. So now that we reviewed the questions, we read the title, what do you think we will be reading about? So what is this passage going to be about? And that's your next step. You should always take a minute and predict. Think about what the passage will be about. That will help you to comprehend the information. Okay? Yeah, VR classes, Chabi, I'm sure are not far in the future. So step 2 is using the information from the title and the questions, predict the information contained in the passage. And here, what do you think this passage will be about? So Chabi says gambling. Okay, let's just make a quick list here. Gambling. Zainab says winning a lot of money. Especially focus on the title. So it's okay to predict lots of information. Also focus to predict accurate information. Okay, so that's so important. I'm going to make a note about that. So don't just focus on predicting a broad range of information, but also pay attention to predicting accurate information. Okay, for this, use especially the title. Okay, very important. So Jabi says, broken people playing the lottery. Yeah, Chabi, I think another way to say that is people suffering from playing the lottery. Say that. Ivan says addiction to play the lottery, spending a lot of money. Yeah. Addiction. It's called gambling addiction. That's the very clear term. Gambling addiction. Spending a lot of money. Okay, sure. Any other idea that comes to mind? Government funded lotteries. Yeah, so Paranjay, good. Paranjay says whether or not lotteries are good or bad. Yeah, and pay attention to that in the title here. So positive good or unnecessary wrong, question mark. Whenever you have this kind of a question in the title, you can predict that the passage will answer this, okay? The passage will answer the question. So if I'm looking at this and I see positive good, why would it say that? So why would the author say that lotteries are positive good? Daniil says walking on thin ice playing the lottery. Yeah, another expression, Daniil, is on a slippery slope playing the lottery. Okay, but why would the author say that it's positive, right? So when the title has a question, okay, it means that the article will attempt to answer this, okay? So why would a lottery be positive? What would be the logic behind that other than winning a lot of money? So of course, one of the positive possibilities for a lottery is that some people might win a lot of money. What would be another reason? So you've already said people win much money. Okay, negative. People lose money. Addiction. Okay. Yeah, so Chabi, you're right. So learning to predict is a very, very good skill. Absolutely. Okay. Again, the questions can help too. So don't forget about the questions. Remember this question here. Community initiatives are funded by lottery proceeds. Does everybody understand what that means? Community initiatives are funded by lottery proceeds. Okay. Yeah, so Ivan says people have fun playing the lottery. It's exciting, right? Shanghung says government gets part of the money from the lottery, and what do they use it for, right? That's the question. So people win much money. It's entertaining, according to Ivan, correctly. Sure. Government revenue, which can be used for society, to build society. Sure. So those are the ideas that you want to think about. All right. Good. Now, step 3, of course, is read the passage. In 10 to 12 minutes and focus on creating a mental map of the information, understanding at least 70% of the text. So you can answer 3/4 of the questions without having to search and waste time and energy. Okay, that's your goal. So step 3, read the passage 10 to 12 minutes. That's a lot of time. Okay, a lot of students say, oh, it's not possible to read the passage in the 20 minutes. Yes, it is. A native speaking average high school student, grade 12 student, will be able to read this passage in 5 to 6 minutes clearly with 95% comprehension. So any person who is an English as a second language speaker that wants to do college, university, has to be able to read this in 10 to 12 minutes. Otherwise, there's just no way to do university abroad and cover all of the information in the classes. Okay, so keep that in mind. So if you can't read that fast, then work on improving your reading skills. Okay, and we can do that now together. So let's read together. Here we go. So read with me. I'm RG. Welcome to the class. Let's read together. A lottery is a form of gambling where contestants purchase tickets with one or more tickets being drawn as winners at the end of the competition period. Often there is a jackpot winner who wins most or all of the prize pool. Today, national lottery jackpots can range from millions to hundreds of millions of dollars. It wasn't long ago that lotteries were outlawed almost everywhere in the world. Today, lotteries are legal in North America, Australia, and much of Europe and Asia. A question is raised over what has changed to make something previously seem as negative for society become common across the globe. If gambling is bad, why are lotteries so popular and why do governments support them? Okay, so let's make a mental summary of this paragraph. What are the key points included in this paragraph in your own words? Okay, so before I taught you to focus on what is the paragraph about, which is great. Now, let's take it one step further and create a mental summary, okay? So paragraph A, and this is an exercise that you can do at home, all right? Just a few words. So Zainab says lottery is becoming legal. Okay, they were illegal, now legal. What else? So if I'm doing a mental summary should be 1/10 the amount of words that are actually in that paragraph. So you're not summarizing or paraphrasing, you're not paraphrasing, you're simply summarizing. So lotteries were illegal, now they're legal. Okay, Shang Hung says definition. Lottery, sure. Yeah, that's in there. That's how it starts, right? So whenever you can, students, try to keep the same order of information in your summary as in the paragraph. Okay, so definition of lottery. Lotteries were legal or illegal, now legal. And what else? There's one more piece that I would put in there. Chabi says popularity of lottery. I think that's kind of together with were illegal, now illegal. Paranjay says who wins how much. That's part of the definition. Paranjay prize pool. That's part of the definition that Shang Hung is talking about. There's another very important point that we should add, which is good or bad. So this is where the author asks the question, are they good or bad? So that's how I would create a mental summary here. Definition of lottery, they were illegal, now they're legal, and are they good or bad? That's it. Okay, once you have that, you're ready to go on. Let's do paragraph B. Here we go, together. Let's continue. People buy lottery tickets for one chief reason. They want to win the jackpot. In the long run, lotteries are a bad bet. The odds of winning are always stacked against the player. That is to say, the long-term expected return on the player's money is significantly less than the money paid for the tickets. This is how the lottery corporations make money on the lottery. The payout is far less than the revenue of the ticket sales, and the government takes the difference. If 1 million tickets are sold at $5 a piece, and the jackpot is $3 million, then the government has made $2 million of profit in the process. We are forced to question why lotteries are so popular given their poor value for players. It's because of the thrill of possibly winning the jackpot. The anticipation of a life-changing win for the ticket purchaser is worth the money. It's the same reason why people gamble at casinos. Many people know they are not going to win in the long run at a casino, but the short-term thrill makes up for the long-term losses. Cool. Okay. Summarize it for me. The reason you want to practice this regularly at home is so that you can do it faster and more accurately. So paragraph B, summarize it, try to have the same structure, okay? What's the first piece of summary that you would have here? It's the first few words to summarize this paragraph. Paranjay, reason to enter lottery, I think, comes later. Explanation of lottery, Amarjit is kind of there. There's, I think, one that's even before that. So there's one summary that I would put even before explanation. So explanation, Paranjay, reason comes after explanation. Chaabi, reason comes after the explanation. Okay, Paranjay says the odds of winning the lottery, and even more specifically, okay, visualize it. Students, always visualize when you're reading. So if I go back here, people buy lottery tickets for one chief reason. They want to win the jackpot. In the long run, lotteries are a bad bet. So yeah, okay, sure, the reason they want to win the jackpot, I'm focusing on this here. Lotteries are a bad bet. The odds of winning are always stacked against the player. Okay? So that's what I would summarize. So lotteries are a bad bet. People want to win money. Okay? The mechanism, the profitability of lotteries. Okay? So profitability of lotteries is what I'm using to summarize the idea that the government or the lottery corporation always makes money because they sell more tickets for more money than what it's worth. So the profitability of lotteries. So that's how I would summarize that. Okay. NA, good. Yeah, the chance of winning is low. Chance of winning is low, NA. Okay, let's keep going. So here we go. The main argument against lotteries is that it acts as a tax on the poor, and such a tax is unfair. This is because statistics show that poor people are by far the most common purchasers of lottery tickets. There are two reasons why this could be the case. First, poor people have the most to gain by winning the lottery. Second, poor people are arguably less likely to have a statistical understanding of the lottery. They are less likely to realize that it is a bad bet. Okay, how about paragraph C? What is it about? Summarize it in your own words. You probably noticed I'm picking up speed here. I want you to think quickly, summarize quickly. If it's too fast, let me know. I'll slow down a bit, but I want to encourage you to think quick because you need to for the exam. So Amarjit says, who buys the tickets and why? Sure, be more specific than that and don't use questions to summarize, okay? So be specific and do not use questions to summarize, okay? It's better to use statements. So you're on the right track, Amarjit, but make a statement instead of a question. So NA says lottery is the worst for poor people. Chabi says poor people's addiction to lottery. Yeah. Changhun says lottery is a bad bet. Sure. I think NA and satisfying times are the closest so far. Paranjay says poor people are often drawn to this because they stand to gain the most and lack proper understanding. Nice summary, Paranjay. Take out all the unnecessary pronouns and so on, Paranjay. Just keep it very simple and you have it correct. So, poor people play lottery the most. They don't understand it. They have the most to gain. This is bad. Okay? Because they have the most to lose, right? So, yeah. Amarjit, good. Poor people buy tickets mostly. They have the most hope. They don't understand how it works. Good. Excellent. Good. Here we go. So, paragraph D, the main argument in favor of lotteries is that it is harmless fun which results in tax income that often goes straight to community programs such as sports or the arts. Many community programs rely solely on lottery finances to operate. So in this sense, the lottery is a positive good. However, there are many people, often poor people, who become obsessed with gambling and the lottery, and it starts to take over their lives. For these people, the lottery is detrimental. Okay? Summarize that one for me. It's got two clear elements. Paragraph D. What are the two important parts of paragraph D? How can you summarize paragraph D? What's first? It's an interesting paragraph because there's an argument and a counter argument. Watch for that. So NA says positive effect of lottery. NA, state it directly. What is the positive effect? So even be more direct. So lottery is positive to fund what? Don't just, it's okay to think, okay, this paragraph is about advantages, so satisfying times, it's fine. But again, be direct, okay? That's very important. Remember what I said here. So be specific. Don't just be general. Don't just say advantages. Say what advantages, okay? So not just advantages, but what advantages, okay? Try to be specific. Ivan says lotteries sponsor programs. Yes. And poor people, not homeless, but poor people become addicted, right? So there's a positive and a negative. Yeah. Yeah, Shang Hung, very nice summary. So take a look at Shang Hung's. Shang Hung says, it's good to fund community programs, but harm those who are obsessed with the lottery. Very nice summary. Shang Hung, that is beautiful. That's exactly what we're looking for. Okay, lottery is positive to fund programs, but bad for those addicted. Okay, that's the simplest there. All right. Okay, good. Let's keep going. A little bit more. Read with me. One interesting way to look at the lottery and why people participate in it is to imagine it as a kind of reverse insurance. People buy insurance for their home or car so that if something bad happens to it, they do not have to pay the entire cost of the damage. In other words, they have a little bit each month, or they pay a little bit each month, so that they don't have to pay a large amount at one time. They pay these smaller amounts to insurance companies, and those insurance companies make money in the long run. So paying insurance is not a good bet either, just like the lottery. With the lottery, we pay little amounts every once in a while, so that maybe we will hit the jackpot. With insurance, we pay a little to save a lot, and with the lottery, we pay a little to win a lot. When looked at it this way, the popularity of the lottery is more easily understood. Okay, how about that one? What's paragraph E about? All right, so keep it simple. Summarize it in your own words. Only maybe 6, 7 words to summarize this paragraph E. It is an anecdote or a comparison, an explanation of motivation to play lotteries as a reverse insurance, right? So Chabi says people look at the lottery as winning more with less effort. Very nice. Chabi, beautiful. That is a great interpretation of that paragraph. Good job. Big thumbs up. You understood that paragraph perfectly. That's the exact implied message. People look to play the lottery to win more without giving a lot of effort. So it's paying a little bit now, little effort to win millions of dollars. Sure. Paranjay says it's like insurance, paying a little to save a lot. But lottery is paying a little to win big. Right, Paranjay? Good. Shang Hung says, thoughts for people to choose lottery instead of insurance? Maybe, Shang Hung. I think you're taking it one step further than what the author intended. But yes, I suppose we could jump to that idea, although the author doesn't directly state that. So careful, Shangheng. That's an interpretation. Okay. So Daniel says paying a tiny sum in advance provides a chance to break the bank in the future. Yeah, maybe not break the bank, but to make a lot of money in the future. Okay, break the bank usually means not have enough money. Okay, good. One more paragraph to go. Last one. Here we are. F, when it comes down to it, lotteries are a choice. Yes, they amount to a tax, but so do the monthly fees we pay to insurance companies. If people want to pay a few dollars here and there for a little fun, excitement, and a small chance to win a monstrous amount of money, then what's the harm? Additionally, lottery monies fund many valuable community programs which otherwise would have trouble operating. Playing the lottery responsibly is fun, exciting, and maybe, just maybe, extremely profitable. Okay, obviously that's the conclusion. The conclusion is kind of a summary of the rest of the essay. So you could sum it up in your own words, but you're more or less going to just repeat what you see here in a paraphrase, okay? Because the conclusion is close to a summary. All right, so F, summarize it. What does the author tell the reader, tell us, the audience, in paragraph F, in their final paragraph? There is kind of a simple message there that we can gain from the author. What is that? Both lottery and insurance are a choice. No harm if played responsibly. Paranje, really well put. I love how you not only got that very specifically, but very quickly as well. So Paranje, whoosh, big thumbs up to you. That was great. Okay. Insurance and lottery are a choice. Can be okay if done responsibly. Yeah, well done. Okay. Yeah, Shang Hung, same thing. People have a responsibility to choose buying a lottery or not, or insurance. Absolutely. Good. Fantastic. So there we are. Look. That's the whole. Okay, so from here, paragraph A to F, this is the whole passage. Okay, you see that? So we've taken a 720, I think, or so word passage, and we've condensed the passage into 86 words, which is not bad. It's about a ninth of the whole passage. Okay, so we've cut the passage effectively into about a ninth of what it is. Now, certainly when you practice this at home and you become good at it, you become fast at it, then it will really, really help you to comprehend the passages quickly in the exam and answer quickly as well. Okay, so good job, members. Well done. Let's answer the questions. Okay. Here we go. Number 1. So this is where we're matching to each paragraph, and our summaries should come in very, very handy for these questions. The problem of gambling addiction. So where does the author talk about, well, people who are addicted? It's a problem. Okay. Let me help you a little bit. There is our summary. It's in there somewhere. Okay. Which one of our summaries has the answer here? we spelt it out really clearly, so it should be very easy to get this correct. Shanghung Zainab says, that's D. We actually literally wrote that down. But bad for those addicted. Okay, very good. Yeah, awesome. So in your answer sheet, with the reading section, of course, you put your answers directly in the answer sheet. Put D. Boom. There you go. And then you move on. Those less fortunate are more likely to play the lottery. Which one was that? Can you do it without even looking at our summaries? So those less fortunate are more likely to play the lottery. Very good. Chabi, Shanghung, Paranje, NA, so quick. Nice. Okay. The legality of lotteries. Number 3, the legality of lotteries. Where was that? Chabi, Ivan, and Daniil, Zainab, Shanghung. Very good. A. Yeah, that was in our summary, right? NA, I think you joined a little bit late maybe on that part, but yeah, it was in A, absolutely, right? That was one of the summary points. Number 4, the financial incentive for governments to run lotteries. The next one. I'm really curious, students, how many of these you can get quickly and accurately without even looking at our summary sheet. So the reason why governments, financial incentive means the reason for governments, the money reasons for governments to run lotteries. Satisfying Time says B. Shanghung agrees, Amarjit agrees, and I agree as well. Yeah, it says, remember paragraph B, we summarized that. It says that governments sell 5 million tickets. The jackpot is 1 million. They make 4 million, something like that. Okay, and number 5, community initiatives are funded by lottery proceeds. This one, last one. Paranje says, that's D. Because remember, guys, that was the one that had both of these pieces, gambling addiction and funding programs. D. Very good. Okay, absolutely. And Daniil, make sure that you're using capital letters on the exam when you're putting these into the answer sheet. So use the big letter D, not the small one, just for clarity's purpose, okay? So very good, okay? In fact, for some of you, one strategy that might actually be the right strategy to get the highest score in the reading section is to actually use your pencil during the exam and write down a couple words after you read each paragraph that summarizes the paragraph for you. You can do that, okay? You have paper, so you can write down a couple words to summarize each paragraph, and then you might be able to answer very quickly like this. It could be an effective strategy. Just make sure that you're fast enough to do it. Is that clear, what I just suggested there? For some of you who are able to read fairly well, that could work really well for you in the exam, okay? Especially if it's a long paragraph. So if you come to a paragraph that's really chunky, it's got a lot of information, then you can just very quickly write down the summary, okay? All right, here we go. So true, false, not given. Okay, most of you know how to do this, so let's just do this one together. Lotteries are outlawed almost everywhere. Is it important for this passage to know whether or not lotteries are legal? We're talking about lotteries. It's about lotteries. Yes, it's important. Is it true that lotteries are outlawed almost everywhere? Is it true that they are outlawed almost everywhere? Ivan says it's false. Daniil says it's false. I agree with Daniil, and with Ivan, this is false. Okay, so we put F into the sheet. Y, careful with tenses. It's R. It's now. Okay, it's present tense. All right? It's false. According to the passage, they're legal in most parts of the world today. Okay? They were. Okay? They were. That would be true. Okay? They were outlawed, but now they're not. So this is false. Okay? All right? Again, students, careful. True, false, not given. Make sure you're using false or F, not the letter N or the word no. Okay? All right. In the long run, a person who plays the lottery should expect to lose money. Is that important? So is it important to know? Yes, Paranjay, pay really careful attention to tenses. Is it important to know that people should expect to win or lose money on the lottery in the real world? Yeah, it's probably important. Is it true, according to the article, that people will likely lose money? It's true. Yes, very good. So true it is. Good. We have consensus. We have consensus. It means that we all agree. Okay. Number 8. Lotteries are popular because they serve as a pleasurable diversion from everyday life. Is it important to know for the passage on lotteries whether the lottery is a distraction from everyday life? Yeah, that's a little bit far-fetched, and it's really hard to tell. So one way that you can know that this would be a not given is it's basically impossible to know that, right? I mean, is it? Is the lottery a diversion? Is it not? We don't know that. The author doesn't know that. Why would they discuss it, right? It's not given. Okay. Number 9, many people play the lottery without an understanding of its statistical background. Is that important? Is it important to know whether or not people understand the statistics of lottery when they play the lottery? Yes, Shang Hung, I agree, it is. Is it true that many people have no idea the statistics of winning the lottery? Yeah, it's true. People don't know that your chances are less than being struck by lightning. Okay? So that's the sad truth for the lottery. Your chances of being hit by lightning are twice as good as winning the lottery. Ooh. That's probably not making lottery corporations happy that I'm telling you that, but I think the chance of being hit by lightning is 1 in 14 million or something. The chance of winning the lottery on average around the world is about 1 in 30 million. So, yeah, little chance there. The jackpot, I'm talking about the jackpot, the big money. So false, true, not given, true. Okay, let's go to these last ones. Here we have some choice of words: damage, popularity, good bet, jackpot, insurance, benefit, profit, amount. Let's try to solve this. Here we go. Okay. Let's do it together. The reason why people play the lottery can be viewed in terms of what is called reverse insurance. People buy insurance in order to prevent an accident from making them bankrupt. They pay small amounts each month, so they don't have to pay the whole price of the something done. So we buy insurance, we pay a few dollars each month so that we don't have to pay the whole price of the what done? What do you think? What would you put in there? Seems like the consensus is on damage. So in this case, you have to put the letter A, right? So A, damage. Okay? Don't put the word because you'll get the word wrong. You have to put the letter into the answer sheet. Okay, so it's damage. All right, like the lottery corporations, insurance companies turn something in the long run. So lottery corporations, insurance companies Turn a. This is an interesting expression which actually means make a. Okay, turn here means to make a. Profit. That's right, Parunji. That's right, NA. Very good. Profit. So it's F. Profit. Good. Okay. With insurance, we pay small amounts to avoid paying a massive amount. With the lottery, we pay small amounts so we might win the something. We've used this word a few times during this class. What do we win with the lottery when we win millions and millions of dollars? Yeah, that's right. We win the jackpot. Good job, Ivan. Joanne Justy joining in late, but coming up with the correct answer. Yes. Jackpot. Very good. All right. Last question for today. From this perspective, the lottery's something makes a lot of sense. Now here, pay attention, members, to the apostrophe S, right? The lottery's. That means that this word belongs to the word lottery, okay? So anytime you see that apostrophe S is showing belonging, what word is that? Yeah, very good. C. Excellent. Good job. The lottery's popularity, right? C. The lottery's popularity makes a lot of sense. People want to win the jackpot. Okay, so viewers, members, the big tip, the strategy from today's class is whenever you're reading, it's a really good strategy to create these little micro summaries of each paragraph as you go along. Now, when you do these regularly, you will actually become efficient at making summaries mentally. You don't necessarily have to write them on paper, but you'll have a mental summary running. And that's really effective. Okay, so practice this and get good with it. It will be to your advantage. That's it for this class. In 30 minutes, we will be finishing the Task 2 essay that we started yesterday. Of course, that will be for everyone. Make sure, viewers, members, if you haven't joined our premium package at aehelp.com, that website looks like this, aehelp.com. Click that big red button for the premium package, gieltshelp.com. Green background, click that red button. There. Members, excellent participation today. Really good workflow, really good mental flow. I loved it. See you, hopefully, most of you, in the next class in 30 minutes. Again, for all of our viewers, you can download our app also, Academic IELTS Help. You're very welcome. Joanne Chaabi, great to see you joining as a member. That's fantastic. Parunje, again, the best of luck on your upcoming exam tomorrow. I am cheering for you. I'll keep my fingers crossed that you do well. Remember, answer, explain, example, stop. Stay on topic, okay? You're welcome, Amarjeet. Have a great rest of the day. And again, hopefully see you in 30 minutes. Bye for now. Much love, everyone.